Picture's missing. Oh, I gotta. Huh? One of my drives is missing. Oh, that's not good. I have to fix that now. Manage. Damn it. Let me get down there. Open up the PC and check that drive. Where all my games are, so. Can't load anything up without it. Wait. Oh. Sorry for a second, I thought the mic had been muted. Ah, crap, I just dropped a screw. Flashlight. What does the thing say we're gonna do? Yeah, it says we're gonna do Apollo Justice. For now. I'll get to that. Why the hell is there a... What are these called? Clip? Screw! Open up the old PC. Boot up the hard drive again. Plug it back in. Drive, what are you doing? There we go. Take no action. Properties. Okay, it was just the only reason it's on power guns is because what it was last on. It's on. Where is it? There it is. Copy. It's onto my main drive. There we go. Oh crap. Enormous. Second. There we go. Same for now. Set the DS emulator. Let me just close my PC back up real quick. Back together, and we'll get to Apollo Justice in just a moment. I need more hard drives. I mean that's a joke. I have so many hard drives. 7 hard drives in my PC. I got a RAID 10. Why do you need a RAID 10? I can't see. Why the hell not? That's why. Rain meter. Whoa, screen flickered. Where's my chat? There's you. There you are, chat. Okay, games. Simulators. DSMU. Run. Okay. Open Apollo Justice. Damn it. Open Apollo Justice. There we go. There we are. Okay, it was 1. We're investigating again. Just get the rest of my windows open. Who's here right now? So far? Just me? Okay. I'll wait a little bit. Okay, here we go. Hey, Apollo. What? Well. Actually, nothing. I mean, something, or maybe not. Out with it. The suspense is giving me an ulcer. You know, the trial today, I was thinking, if you gave it a score, what score would you give it? Score? Gee, I guess, maybe, well, just as bad as you. See, it's so vague. Clearly. Machi avoided a guilty verdict, which is something. Though I can't say I'm any less confused about the case. I asked Interpol about that number. I'm sure you'll find their answer intriguing. Oh man, what was the accent I gave him? IPXX314206. The agent registered under this number was Romain Lataus. And the victim, Mr. Lataus. Who would have guessed he was actually an undercover Interpol agent? What a mess. We don't have any idea what he was investigating. Well, true, but we know who shot him now. We got a volume set. There we go. Namor told the whole court. Wait, that voice just now. It was him, I am sure of it. The voice I heard talking to Mr. Lataus when I heard the gunshots fired. It was him. It was Mr. Darren. Another mystery, Apollo. I love mysteries. I don't. Speaking of mysteries, what's Mr. Wright up to? I wouldn't mind asking his opinion. Now that you mention it, I haven't seen Daddy around. Wait, is he some kind of stray that just wanders in and out at will? I wouldn't say that, but he has been going out a lot. Some top secret mission, he said. Top secret? Anyway, you can't just rely on him to save the day. And you've got me to help you. We'll be fine. Fine. Right. Oh, time's a-wasting. As they say, let's investigate. That's the spirit. Well, Trucy, so Darren did it. Dr. Bombing court today. It was Darren. She said she's never forgotten the voice, right? That's so cool. I guess. What's that called again? Elevators? I don't know if that's what they're called. Somehow I don't think that means what you think it means. And she has to be wrong this time. Wrong? Why? I mean, look. Those gunshots were right during the concert. That's right. I was burning up the dance floor at the time. Right. Did you happen to look up on stage? Maybe at Darren, even? You bet I did. He's one of the Governor's best guitarists, after all. He's so cool. Oh. All the Governors have a rock-solid alibi. He couldn't have shot Mr. Litt's house backstage. But Lamar heard him, didn't she? We heard Darren backstage, right? Somebody's either wrong or lying very badly here. An Interpol agent. I was wondering, what is Interpol anyway? Interpol? They're the guys who catch international criminals. Why can't they just call them international police instead of making up some silly name? Yeah. Anyway, you think he was investigating Lamora? What? Why would anyone do that? She's not a criminal, she couldn't be. Don't be fooled by appearances is all I'm saying. But remember, I'm a magician, Apollo. I can spot a palmed coin at 50 paces. If only it were that easy. In any case, we know he was working on something. I wonder if it was something that has to do with something. That something being our case. The last something, I mean. Something like that. Oh, God. Frankly, the whole thing is making my head hurt. What was Mr. Litt's house up to? Was that another one of your tricks? It wasn't me. I can't even make Mr. Hat laugh like that. The hell are you? Wherever the mundane gives way to miracles, a word is whispered. Grammaire. Hey, the other day. Yee! Who's there? We didn't just imagine that, did we? He's wearing a silk hat. Pretty viewers? Hardly. We meet again. Nice to meet you. Who are you? Could you please stop smirking like that? It's you, Uncle Valent. Uncle Valent? He's your uncle? No, silly. It's the great Grammar, Valent Grammar, the Grand Magician. Yes, it is I, the great Valent Grammar. Grammar, there we go. As seen on television. Could you please stop smirking like that? It's been a while, Miss Trucy. 7 years to be exact. My, how you've grown. Good to see you again, Uncle Valent. You look exactly the same. I hate to intrude, but what is a great magician paying us a visit? I believe it was you who wished to see me. So be quick with your questions. What? Do not quail, quake or quiver. I am quite tame. Though my starter may sear the sight, I am quite down to earth when I need cause. Oh. Does have a certain aura to him, that's true. Let's ask about the case, Apollo. After all, Uncle Valent's one of Daddy's best friends. That's why I call him Uncle. What? You mean Professor Wright? No, I mean my real daddy. Trucy's real father. No. Wait, Apollo. Don't tell me you don't know about True Grammar. Grammar? True Grammar. Grammary? It does sound kind of familiar. Oh, lost life, lamentably listless lad. Do not know of the greatest troupe of magicians on the planet. Oh, Grammar. Grammary. The name began to surface in my mind. It was a name I had heard on television as a child. You bet you'd heard the name. He made a cruise ship. What the fuck? blew up an amusement park. What the fuck? They made all this gold disappear from a safe, and then escaped from a high security prison. He said he's a magician? Open the locks to hearts changed by mediocrity. This is the true miracle of true grammary. Wait, Apollo? I do remember seeing you on television a long time ago. Weren't you someone else, like a duo? A duo? Yeah, you had a partner. Something grammary. Yes, Zach Grammaire, a masterful maker of magic. A capable crafter of shining showmanship. Why is everyone so quiet? Daddy. Oh no way. Once upon a time, the troupe Grammaire included 2 grand magicians. Myself, Valiant Grammaire, and my partner, Zach Grammaire. And this Zach he was my real daddy. This is real father, a magician. Yeah, I guess it makes sense. I had no idea. There wasn't much point in talking about. Now that he's gone. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it's okay. I'm not lonely. I got my daddy after all. And you make me laugh, Apollo. Glad that I'm good for comical relief, at least. Not that I see Daddy around much these days. I've been remiss remembering my reasons for my visit. Reasons. 2, in fact. The first being, of course, to see you, Miss Juicy. You don't know how happy I am to see you again, Uncle Valiant. I'm sure you are. Not one for modesty, are you? When I encountered you at the Coliseum, the first time in 7 years, I could fain contain my emotions? Oh, okay. I wept oceans! I learned a new word today. And to learn, you now defend that pure pianist, that blinded boy. What's a hot topic of talk amongst the staff, you know. And defend him you did. It wasn't all my doing. I'm his defense attorney, actually. My other reason for coming here today was this. It's a videotape? Quite so, a recording of the concert, no less. I brought it for you, Trucy, on behalf of Troupe Grammaire. Will you watch it? Kevin's hair is shorter in this cutscene. Wow, it's almost as good as it was live. Yeah. So what's the word? Mysterious. There are more mysterious things here than her song going on. Way more mysterious. This Valiant Grammaire has good reasons to be here today. I wonder what his reasons were to be at that concert. I guess the only thing we can do is ask him about the disappearing act? So, I was wondering, that stunt in the middle of the song there. I didn't see a stunt. What about Lamor vanishing and reappearing? Oh, that? I guess I'm so used to seeing that happen, I didn't even notice. So young to be so jaded. A simple sleight of hand, a petite prestidigitation. A modicum of magic from me to you. That's truly why you were at the concert. Yes. I was there to watch my tricks take to the air. So you're the one who knows how it was all done. Of course, I am like a deity, with the stage as my domain. I suffer no mystery upon those floodlight boards not grasped tightly betwixt my fingers. There's a potent, primeval power I possess. Do you think you could tell me how it was done? Hey now! That's like totally against the rules, Apollo. Not during a murder investigation, it's not. My snon, for my illusions are mine alone, monsieur. Also what? Recall that a terrible occurrence that happened later. When after my illusion and entrance the audience. Oh. Don't even ask. I won't answer. Too bad for you, Apollo. What side are you on, Trucy? I, Violet Grimary, now make my leave, Miss Trucy. There's no need to rush, Uncle Valiant. You should stay a while. I'm afraid I cannot. I may not. I shall not. I have been asked to assist with an analysis and so shall slink back to the scene. So you'll be at the concert venue today? Correct, if you wish to call me, correct, in the Coliseum. See you later, crocodile. After a while, alligator. With a whirl of his cloak and a wink of his eye, he turned out and walked to the door. Well, there you go, Apollo. Let's get cracking. Right. Alec or Mary? I got a few more things to ask. What was the Mugman? That bit of magic that made Lamirard disappear. Now he knows Trucian, her real dead. Oh Jesus, I'm tired. Tired as all hell. I'm gonna eat something real quick. Oh, wait for some people to show up. Hold on, let me put up a BRB. BRB. There you go, BRB. Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna be eating my food. When I'm done, I'll put the mic back on after this. Okay, food's done. Cool, huh? And Zach remarry with my daddy. Now that Magnify and Zach were gone, I had but one wish. Let it be I, Valiant Grammary, who brings the Grammary miracle back to the big stage. I'm rooting for you. Miss Trucy, you cannot grow up quick enough. I need your skill by my side. One skill coming up. How do we manage to get off the top of the case so quickly all the time? Let's take a look at that piano. That's one big piano. I've never actually played one. You should get Mr. Bright to teach you sometime. No good, he can't play either. I kind of feel bad for the guy now. Maybe now's my big chance. Stand back. This could be the debut of a prodigy. Hey, Minnie. Ew. You make that noise just now? Let me try it again. Like, no, I think something's stuck in the piano. Time to take a look under the hood. Isn't it already open? Huh, look! This was stuck between the strings. Ah, a transceiver of some kind. Someone must have thrown this into the piano. Ooh. Okay, so Minnie, based on what we've got so far, we found out that these headsets work within a 30-foot range. Now, if that window is muted, like they said in court, then that means that they were both wearing the headset. Let me point out what I'm talking about. To the dressing room. Oh, I guess someone's here. Uh-oh, it's Sky. There's only one person I know who can munch with such venom. Munch, munch, munch. What are you doing here? Hello, Emma. You're looking as grumpy as ever. Oh, am I supposed to be happy? Give me the 2nd degree in court. And Prosecutor Gavin makes me look like a fool. You're talking about bloodstained Mr. Lataus left? My department chief had a field day with that one. Even a blind person could see the shooter wasn't blind. Funny guy, huh? That blood stain helped uncover the biggest mystery of all. And don't worry, you didn't miss much. Like, we just moved here, and that was about it. That's the only thing we did. Now we know that Mr. Oh, my throat. I'm sorry. Mr. Lataus was really with Interpol. We wouldn't have found that out without you. I suppose. Maybe that's why the chief gave me these after he was finished chewing me out. He said it was my reward, so he can chew out. Our chocolate snack is popular down at the precinct or something? Much, much, much. I was hoping we could check out the crime scene again. Be my guess. I'm not going to find any clues here. Oh, I did find something strange. Something strange? Guess we're gonna talk about the trial. I think the embarrassment quota for the year, that's for sure. Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? How? I mean, think about it. Now you don't have to be embarrassed about anything else all year. If only it worked that way. It just bugs me. That little kid outsmarted me. It makes him even more suspicious now that we know he can see. He could have seen the air duct. He could have shot that revolver. But that's not how it sounded in the Aurora's testimony. You mean her saying she heard Detective Darren's voice at the crime scene? That's right. Why can't we have a normal, straightforward killing once in a while in this country? I'll pretend I didn't hear that. Let's talk about the case. Was that true what you said in the court today? You know, about the case? About how everything was happening according to those song lyrics? The guitar Serenade, you mean? I found the link, you know. First Prosecutor's Gavin heart-shaped keyring was stolen. Then Lamroar flew through the air. Then Prosecutor's Gavin guitar caught on fire. And in the end, a bullet took Mr. Lataus' life. And he went up into the sky with the guitar. Well, 30 feet up at least. It is kind of hard to chalk it up to coincidence. I know, and I found it. Think the same person did all of this? Don't ask me. I didn't do it. Neither did I. I couldn't fit through that air vent anyway. What? You all think I did it? Sometimes I worry about this girl. It's strange. So what did you find? It's so little I must have passed over it yesterday. I found it under the sofa. What is it? Part of some device, I think. I haven't a clue what. The bit sticking out from the end looks familiar. I had it examined. Turns out it's an antenna. Like a beetle? Like on a cell phone. This device must use an electronic signal of some sort. An electronic signal, you say? You know, what if this switch activates that thing? You think you could take a look at this? Small device. Looks like a transmitter. A transmitter? Press this switch here and it sends out a signal. No idea what it's for though. A signal? You mean an electronic signal? What is it, Paulo? Say, Emma. You know that strange object you said you found? Oh, this? Try pressing the switch. Ouch! It's on fire! This device is on fire! What's the big idea? Ah! Punch. Now we know what this is, an igniter. This part here must work like a lighter. It nearly lit me up, that's for sure. Don't look at me like that, I didn't do it on purpose. I suppose. At least getting somewhere with this case. Hey Apollo, let's ask Emma more about this switch. Now that she has some first-hand experience. What joke. Talk about the switch. What are you trying to do? Burn me alive? Come on, it was just a few sparks. It says you weren't the one holding it. There's enough spying. I could have said, yeah, I know it was an igniter. I don't know why she didn't realize it was an igniter. It looked pretty obvious. But we made the switch and the igniter. That's something. Anyway, now that we know there's a remote for an igniter, let me see that for a second. Well, this is definitely a little transmitter. The signal's weak, probably only reaches 30 feet. Transmitter, huh? Okay, so I think the igniter was in the guitar. Incidentally, if you look at the cross-section diagram of the stage area, let's see, 30 feet from Lamar's dressing room, that covers the backstage completely. Oh my, it looks like it would cover the stage. Kinda seems unlikely anyone would use this on the stage. Oh! That's also likely why she could have heard the detective. So, I have a feeling he's not the killer, but I also feel like maybe he is. Just a big getting on with my investigation. We'll have to look for more clues elsewhere then. I feel better just knowing what this thing is now. I'll have to look into igniters a bit more later. Good luck! I'd like to know a little bit more about igniters myself. Igniter added to the court record. Okay, so looking at this would mean that detective could be up here, and Lamar was wearing her transceiver, and she would have been walking by, and she could have heard him even when he was up here, and see Latau's. I have a feeling that we found the transceiver because the real killer, took theirs off. If there was someone there. We don't know if there really was yet. There could have been an out of the room shooter. I don't know, maybe. Wait, can we look at it a little more? Check. Yes, we can. examine all these little parts. It's pretty complex. I'm guessing this is where the fire comes out. Other than that, lifting machines run even if we don't know how they work. That's what Daddy always says. Not really a saying you want to go around repeating, Trucy. I can see how it works, sort of. Go back to the Coliseum. On the left, the murderer. Darren. That old bag opens her pile, and wham bam, my life goes down the chute. Thanks. They won't even let me work while I'm the suspect. Darren isn't the best of moods, is he? Not many people are these days, it seems. It is a crime scene, not exactly the happiest place to hang out. And Gavin had to go rub salt in the wound. My alibi's rock solid. Rock solid! So about your alibi, you have to ask? The shooting happened right in the middle of the third set. That's right. The music was blaring when we heard those gunshots. And found Mr. Latouche dead. I've got 10,000 witnesses who saw me too. Right there on that stage. Your guitar playing there was something else. Thanks, little lady. See? This whole thing's a sham. I can't believe they aren't letting me work. There's no need to yell at me. It's Lammeror's fault. She's the one who said she heard his voice at the moment of the crime. And I even talked to that old windbag. How could she possibly identify me? That's the problem. She's never heard him before that moment. Oh. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Talk about Gavin. They won't let you work? They won't let me work. Gavin says I gotta lie low till the suspicion is cleared. What suspicion? Give me such a stick in the mud. Mr. Gavin? A stick in the mud? He may look all flashy and showy, but he's straight as an arrow, man. Except when he's depressed. You hear him whining the other day? Oh, you mean the thing with the mixing board? Then there was that performance just now. What was all that about? This part's off. Which is that? Second guitar. It was you, Darren. He was the perfectionist, that is all. Not a bad guy, really. But I think the Gaviners are the best. I have all your albums. The band's fine, too. Gavin can write a tune. I'll give him that. Come to think of it, I haven't seen Prosecutor Gavin around much. Oh, him? He's down at the prosecutor's office, most likely. Prosecutor's office? I've never been there, have I? The data on the victim should have come from Interpol. Normally, I'd be down there dealing with it. Normally. Apollo, let's go check it out. I've always wanted to see a prosecutor's office. Maybe this is not such a bad idea. Right on. Say hi for me, okay? Oh, and screw you. My hair. Look at that epic hair. And tell him I want into that crime scene. We'll be going now. Hey, wait. Yes? What do you really think happened? Really? You don't think I did it, right? Well, great. Way to instill a guy with some confidence. Just remember, I was ripping it up on stage when it happened, okay? Ripping. Don't get led astray by some siren song, eh? Get this one wrong and you'll be eating humble pie for a year. I'll bake it myself. You know, that gives me another idea. What if he planted the switch in the piano and the little igniter fires the gun? And it's in Latouche's pocket or something. And it fires. That key gets struck twice. He goes bam, bam, and then one happens to shoot him right through the shoulder. Possible? Maybe? Maybe. I'll have that in consideration. Detective Darren Crescent. He's one stone I'd leave unturned if I had a choice. Well, to Gavin's office. Prosecutor Gavin's office. Oh man, look. Where did the gun part go to? Well, we found the gun. I mean, it's Latouse's gun. We have it. Like, we found the gun right in front of him, but the igniter, that's what we didn't find. But like they said, they missed it. Who knows how it got there though? It's just a possibility, I guess. It's not the band's office. It's not. It's the prosecutor's office. Prosecutor's office. Yeah, so that's why I'm asking. Why is this creepy thing, object, whatever? Looks like Prosecutor Gavin is on the phone. Yeah, but the firing mechanism? That's what I mean, actually. Oh, well, guess we'll have to come back. Or we can hide behind that bookshelf for a quiet light. That's eavesdropping. Why? We'd just be waiting, quietly, so we didn't notice. What if we heard something scandalous about the band? She'd make a good reporter for a gossip magazine. What? A replica? Why was he after it in the first place? Yeah, Lataus. Yeah, don't talk to me about those Borginians, okay? Just get me that report. Chop chop. Stop leaving mysterious objects in my office, okay? That's actually a really cool looking chair. I want that chair. Sounds like this when I start to miss Darren. Huh? Hi. Just thought we'd drop in. Hope you're not mad. How could I be? There's not enough tea in the whole world. In any case, have a seat. Prosecutor Gavin, the philanthropist. Watch and learn, Apollo. Teach me the ways of sitting, Tracy. I call her Tracy. So whom have you come to see? Huh? Flavia, lead vocalist for the Gaviners? Or Prosecutor Gavin, scourge of the courtroom? What do you think he means, Apollo? I think he's given us a choice. We can either ask him about the concert or the case. Which way to go? Let's talk about the case, I guess. Ah, that reminds me. Did you see the paper today? Yeah! I always read the TV section. Good girl. How about you, Air Forehead? I read the funnies. Then you will not have seen this. Concert of the Tragedy, the prosecutor's deadly song. Ooh, is that a new show? I haven't heard about that one. It's not a show, it's an article. News, you know? Oh, does this have anything to do with the case? Since we're getting back from my trial, my phone's been ringing off the hook. How does it feel to take a man's life with a song? Have you ever hummed a man all the way to death row? Do you think you could sing for me over the phone? It is endless, endless. Thanks to the case you made today, of course. That was all Apollo's idea. Hey! Is that a newspaper over there too? Yes, the Borginian Daily Boat. Hugo. Go ahead. Take a look. Thanks, but I can't read Borginian. Oh, that's right. Suffice to say, this is big news over there as well. Though they didn't go as far as mention the lyrics to my song. Probably no one in Virginia could believe it. It's probably seen as just a theory at this point. Their journalists didn't even see the need to mention it. That makes sense. I hardly know it. That's the wrong voice. What to make of it myself? Virginian newspaper added to the court record. Nightmare's testimony will probably be in the evidence edition, in the evening edition, I'd imagine. Which is why I've had Darren step down from the investigation for now. Yeah, we ran into him moping in front of the Coliseum. Nightmare was my invited guest, so it's a rather delicate situation. You understand how much I want to solve this case, quickly, if possible. Guitar Serenade. I really love that song. It has such a great atmosphere to it. Co-wrote it with Lamroar, if I remember correctly. That's right. It was last year. I had gone into Borginia's legal system, as a matter of fact. And that's when you heard Lammerer's voice? It was at a small jazz club. I wept that night. I knew I had to meet her. I had to talk to her. So I used my influence, which is not inconsiderable, to arrange a meeting. Wow, prosecutors really have a lot of clout. What does that mean? I think he's sort of special case, Trucy. Thankfully, she liked the work I did, and we wrote a song right there, backstage. Machi on piano, that Doomsist voice, and myself on guitar that I borrowed from Lammeror. Music history was made. Probably not an experience your average lawyer could ever have, like Apollo say. It is a memory I hold dear, and the song we wrote that night was this. And that very guitar is right over there. You mean, this charred lump? Don't call it a lump, that's a piece of history. And it's only brown, not really charred. No matter, I shall never sing that song again. I wouldn't have used that guitar again either, if I could have. After during that song either. Anyway, why did his guitar suddenly catch on fire? It's possible that the firing mechanism, the lighting mechanism, was inside the guitar. Or there could have been more than one. Heavy blow the hand or object. Thank you. Slightly burnt guitar? I'm sure he doesn't mind. What more could happen to it? Oh. That is not the right switch. Examine. Let us look at the guitar. That was an impressive bit of pyrotechnics that did this. That's the guitar from the concert, isn't it? Oh. I love his reaction. Oh god! I never guessed that wasn't the end of it. I had a specialist analyze the guitar, incidentally. Oh, did you find anything out? He didn't have a lot of time, but it's still unclear. But the results he came up with were intriguing. Intriguing? How does that guitar tie into everything that went on? Sounds like something we should ask him about. Wait, what doesn't make sense? The possibility that the igniter could have been... Oh, igniter, yes. There could have been an igniter in the guitar, but there could have also been an igniter with the gun. My apologies, but there's no way I'm going to talk details of the case with you. You want to get my attention? Bring me something dramatic. I'm here to get your attention, Gavin. I'm here to get your information. I guess we're gonna have to talk about the guitar first. Lammeror's guitar. It was a beautiful instrument. It was played lovingly for many years. A guitar befitting a woman like Lammeror. How did it end up here? She gave it to me. I mentioned how much I enjoyed playing it that night, and she made a present of it. So this guitar is from Virginia? That it is. We couldn't carry it on the plane. Changes in air pressure and humidity ruined the wood. So we vacuum packed it in the Lammeror studio. I use a special shipping service available to me for transporting evidence. They brought it right up to my office for me. You don't see? Oh, that's what. Pristine and untouched. Maybe they just kind of threw foreign words in because they thought it sounded cool and didn't expect the viewer to know what it meant. I don't know. See, prosecutors do have a lot of clout. Hey, Akechi. Maybe it has another meaning that we're not getting from some other language. It's a valuable guitar. It's too bad it got burned. Prosecutor Gavin's guitar added to the court record. Wasn't it that what was it you were saying earlier? Something about the intriguing results from an examination of the guitar? That's right. What was it all about? Well, you know how guitars have a round hole in the front? It's called the sound hole. Sound hole. Very professional. Oh, so that's what it's called. Well, they found something attached to the wood just inside the hole. A broken device of some sort. Broken device? Yeah, this, in fact. The examiner is busy with evidence for the case now, however. So he'll be checking this out once he's finished with everything else. That device looks strangely familiar. Gavin, I'd like to show you something that I found. Ah, thank you. Ask me one of these. What is it, Apollo? That device that was found in your guitar? Take a look at this. What? That looks like the same thing. What is it? It's an igniter. Another one? It was at the crime scene in Lamrore's dressing room. Detective Sky found it, actually. At the scene of the crime? What could that mean, I wonder? Oh, what's that? Is that gum? Gum? Maybe he's chewing it when there's on the phone ring. But put it on the plate for later consumption. Gross. You'd think a rockstar could afford a fresh stick. Don't jump to any conclusions now. That's no chewing gum. Take a closer look. Although I really shouldn't be offering. Should I? What is that? It looks like a lump of plastic? Wait, if that phone call... Yeah, so that's why I'm asking. What is this creepy thing? Object, whatever. That should fix that. Looks like Prosecutor Gavin is on the phone. What? A replica? Why was he after it in the first place? Yeah, Lataus. Prosecutor Gavin, does this have something to do with Mr. Lataus? Wait a second. You were listening to my phone call, weren't you? Who? Us? I tried to stop him, really, but he forced me to. Hey, you were the one digging for a scandal, Mr. Reporter. Tell the truth, I'm not even sure what it is. But apparently, it's a model of something undercover Agent Lataus was after. This lump? Would you mind telling us what you do know about it? Guess let's talk about it. The strange lump. It was found in Mr. Lataus' bag. It's apparently a replica of something. A replica? It's a small lump, about 1.5 inches long. We analyzed it, but there's not much to say other than it's a lump of plastic. Perhaps it was to be used in identification of whatever it is a replica of. You mean, whatever Mr. Lataus was after? That seems to be the most logical explanation. I talk. Well, what is it? Don't ask me, Froylan. Oh? If you don't want to tell us, you could just say so. I'll put in a request to Interpol via my contacts in Virginia. But apparently there is a block on information somewhere along the chain. Oh? So that Interpol doesn't want to tell Virginia something about this little piece of plastic. Mr. Lataus went through all that trouble just to become Lamrore's manager. Oh. It does look like an egg. An insect egg, specifically. Based on the shape. And he died for it. Look at it, it's a court record. Perhaps she knows something about it, being a Borginian. I believe that covers everything I'm at a liberty to talk to you about. Oh. Thanks for dropping by, Air Forehead. Thanks? Wow, you gave me so much information. That igniter, for instance. Oh, that. I've never met an attorney so forthcoming with the prosecution. It's a big help. Or perhaps you're just a tad naive, huh? I guess I could have hit it, but somehow showing it felt like the right thing. I can say the same for you, Prosecutor Gavin. Huh? Thanks for the information. About the, strange lump of plastic. The one that Mr. Lataus was investigating. Hey, that's right! I've been thinking, Air Forehead. We encounter many incidents in our lives. All of us. Not all of them simple. Especially not the ones where people are killing the song lyrics. That is why I try to at least remain simple inside. And I try to keep a simple goal, to discover the truth. That's why I like to keep relations civil, yeah? That is all. I can live with that. Mr. Prosecutor? Fräulein? Can I ask you why you sing in a band? Ah, because I want women to turn and look when I walk down the street. Pretty simple, too. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got work to do. Another time, perhaps. I guess we got nothing more to go but the Sunshine Coliseum. It's Emma? Oh, it's you. You came at a good time. Hello there, Emma. What's up? Either of you know where Lamrar is? Well, I saw her in the backstage hallway a while ago. Yeah? That's strange. What's strange? I can't find her anywhere. I was supposed to bring her to the prosecutor's office. Lamrar's missing? It's hard to imagine her wandering off somewhere on her own. Being that she's blind and all. Well, I'll help you look for her. Great, thanks. I guess we'll go backstage. Near him. This place is deserted. I wonder where Lamrar went off to. I'm sure she's okay on her own. She seems remorseful. Yes, I can't help worry about her a little. Maybe the dressing room. Why would she be in their dressing room again? Wouldn't be the crime scenes. Oh, damn it. That's exactly what I meant to do. And it looked like she was just transparent. Perfect. To the stage. 4:46 p.m. in the wings. Huh? The stage is pitch dark. The power breaker must be off for this section. Great. I'll go get someone. Yikes. It was really dark out there. Dark. That's all Lamrar has when you think about it. What would it be like to live in a world of darkness? Hey, Apollo. What? Didn't something about the stage seem different to you? Yeah, that bass case. I used to play guitar. Changed? I keep putting my finger on it, but it's bugging me. That's bugging me too. What's she talking about? That case was standing upright before. I was trying to examine it and open it several times. What is it? There's a thing sticking out of it too. Hey, that case! Wasn't that open before? It was? Huh, I guess someone closed it. Wait, look, where the case closes. Something sticking out. That doesn't look like an instrument. I don't think it's... Let's open it, Apollo. Lamrar! Emma, we have to get Emma. What the fuck is happening there? Emma ran around, barking orders, making phone calls. Trisha just clung to my arm and cried. Me, I was still in shock. 2 bodies in 2 days. Two too many. Waiting room. Emma, how's Lamrar? Is she okay? Ah, you. Well, I owe you a big thanks, that's for sure. So she's okay? Yeah. He came to a short while ago. I'm sorry, I did not interpret that sentence right. We found her just before it was too late. But that's good to hear. So what happened? Someone attacked her. She was struck on the forehead. By who? We don't know. But they hit her on the forehead, right? That's right in front of her. How could she not see? Oh. Right. Would you like to see her now? Yeah, I didn't think Lamrar was a suspect. She wants to thank you for saving her life. Oh, we don't have another sprite for the hospital room or whatever. Ah, Mr. Attorney, you're the one who found me? Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm just glad you're okay. Tell me, what happened? Attacked. It was after I spoke with you in front of the dressing room. I sensed someone approaching. I thought it might be someone coming to see me, but they said nothing. When I went to the dressing room, you were hit? I knew, at that very moment, I knew. The assailant was trying to kill me. Ah! It was lucky for me the first blow did not knock me out. I turned and ran for the stage. Someone was chasing me. I heard footsteps. But I reached the stage first. Why the stage? I had overheard maintenance people talking. The power to the stage area was off, they said. For electrical work. Ah. Darkness is my ally. There was a contraband case near the stage. That is where I hid. So the assailant couldn't see you. What's in the case? I'm afraid I passed out. Oh, that sounds like a really close call. Okay, she wasn't stuffed in there. That's good to know. You know, have any idea who it might have been? Unfortunately, no. Whoever it was, they said not a word. Too bad. Yeah, when I consider that I was struck high on the forehead, I must conclude that whoever hit me, he was taller than I am. Good point. He's sharp. And you're much taller than I am. You're about as tall as Apollo. So that means it was likely an adult, and probably a man. Oh, that's... Could it be him? Why would anyone attack you, Lamrar? The detective asked me this, too. And to her I gave the same answer I gave you. I do not know. Oh man, I'm not reading right today. Might as well ask her about the replica thingy. Ah, Lamrar, I wanted to ask you about this. You know what this is? This is what? Mr. Latas was carrying it. It's a replica of a thing he was after. He was after? You know, in his secret identity, as an undercover agent. So that's what he was doing. I mean, you know what? Yes, I know, of course. This must be a Borginian cocoon. Oh my god, I was right! It was an insect thing! Or rather, a convincing replica thereof. Why haven't I heard of a Borginian cocoon before? Why would he be carrying this around? Was it some kind of souvenir? I wonder. Well, they call it Borginian. It must only be found in Virginia. For certain, all in Virginia know of these. It's a cocoon, so do you get silk from it? I do not know the details, I am sorry to say. I thought you said all in Virginia knew of these. There's one fact I do know about the cocoon, though. Something all in Virginia knows. What's that? The cocoons. They are not to be taken out of the country. If someone does and is caught, they will be put to death. Oh my. To death? Why? I do not know. Yet if Interpol was involved, I'm sure there's a good reason. Maybe it's poisonous and dangerous or something? Or maybe it's an invasive species? I don't know. Just a piece of plastic. He was carrying a replica, but looking for the real deal. That's my best guess. That's what he was up to. Tracking down Borginian cocoon smuggling. Smuggling. It seems I was marked. Marked? Life changed for me with the popularity of my songs. I began to travel around the world. Ah, they could have brought these Borginian cocoons with you. On my trips, yes. Oh man, I always yawn. On my trips, yes, that was probably a suspicion. And Mr. Latas was placed an undercover agent to look into it. Virginia is a small, sheltered country. Not many of our people venture into the world outside. That way they suspected you? But Mr. Latas wasn't a Virginian, was he? He was an Interpol agent, which means... What, Apollo? Well, there must have been... Oh, crap. Turn the volume up a little too much. There must have been some reason other countries don't want the cocoons out. Nothing scary enough to get Interpol involved. Huh? Like what? How could such a tiny ball of thread cause such a commotion? Cocoon smuggling. And Mr. Lutaz had Lamrua marked. Couldn't be. Huh? There's one other person I need to talk to. Machi? Thank you for talking to us, Lamrua. It was the least I could do. Actually, I have another request. If it is within my power, I need an interpreter, someone who speaks Borginian. Apollo? Will you come with us, if you're well enough? I see. Yes, of course. I shall accompany you. Where are we going? Come on, Trusty. We're about to go to get to the bottom of this. Machi, we came to talk to you about the case. Machi. Will you interpret first, Lamrock? Yes. Machi, I'd like to talk to you about when we first met. When we still thought you were blind. Now we know the truth. You can see, right? I was completely fooled myself. Machi, isn't there another secret you're hiding from us? Wait, Mr. Attorney. What do you mean by secret? What do I mean by secret? Well, he has something to do with the replica. I'm not mistaken. Oh god, my mic was muted. Hey, you got a reaction, a big one! Machi, you didn't! Lucy and I are trained to see people's uncertainty. Not that we have any training to see that one. Mr. Attorney, please tell me what this is all about. Lamroar, please interpret. Very well. I know you know something about this by your reaction. If you won't tell me, I might have to give it to the prosecution and have them look into it. He asks you to wait. Do not be so hasty. Machi? I see questions. Do you know everything? Yes, everything. Well, at least sort of. Have him tell us about it. Very well. The cocoon. What is this cocoon anyway? The cocoon, the silk is a potent cure. Cure? Well, I was way off the mark with the poison. A cure? It must cure some disease. It's a cure for incuritis. Incuritis. A cure for incuritis? But if it's a cure, why keep it in Virginia like that? Just think of all the lives you could save by sharing the medicine. Yeah, cure? I do not understand the reasons myself. Okay, well, at least we know what it is. A cure. Maybe it has a side effect that's bad. Kind of like, I don't know, drugs. Might be psychedelic or something. I don't know. Wait, was Machi? Machi, you weren't... You couldn't be a smuggler. He's so little. Well, you're only 15 and you're sort of a magician, aren't you? Well, that's true. I am sort of a magician. She said sort of. Oh, we'll have to copy that. The security camera tape. Well, Machi, are you a smuggler? He won't tell me. First he plays blind, now he plays dumb. I wonder. Do you think he brought a cocoon here to sell it to someone? Machi really did bring one into the country. Was he planning on making a deal for its sale? Yeah, I don't think incuritis is a real disease either. I can't go home. Can't go home? I can't go home to Virginia. I do not want to go home. The penalty for taking a cocoon from Virginia is death. Punishable by death. About the case? What about the case? He wants to tell us about Mr. Latouse's death? This meeting's over. What? Hey! Darren? What do you mean? Visiting hours aren't over yet. There's a call from Machi from the Borginian embassy. This meeting is over. Sorry. Just give us 5 more minutes. We can call them back after that. Sorry, no go. Come on, piano boy, we're leaving. Darren, wait! I never liked you. Either of you. Huh? Do you think he was the purchaser of it? Hey, Apollo. He didn't want us to hear what Machi had to say. Apollo. But there can only be one reason why. Why is everyone ignoring me? Oh, sorry. This is it. Jarian. I know who I'm after now. It all happens tomorrow in court. To be continued. What time is it? Oh, it's only 7:14? Cool, we might be able to finish this. Save. July 10th. 9:49 a.m. Well, this is it. Today's the day it all goes down. And then there was yesterday. This meeting's over. Sorry. Just give us 5 more minutes. We can call them back after that. Sorry, no go. Come on, piano boy, we're leaving. Darren, wait! I never liked you. Either of you. Huh? Darn it, we were so close. He was about to tell us. Hey, Apollo. He didn't want us to hear what Machi had to say. And I think I know why. Time to bring down a little justice. Bang. What was that? He is heard but unseen. Who's that talking? Valen Grimire! He's in the door like an average muggle, no less. You aren't the witness today, are you, Uncle Valen? Ha 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 ha! Preposterous position. How could I stand upon the stand? Why, my secrets will be free for the plucking. I might even have to sign autographs. This is why I intend to remain hidden for the entire day. Oh, with vanishing magic? Indeed, I will jump upon an express train and express myself to the next town over. But before I go, a word of warning. Warning? What? A grand Grimire glamour resides at the root of all that has happened. Do not forget this truth. A glamour? A spell, a sorcery, a great illusion. It's trucy, though it pains me to part, so I need to get in line for a ticket. Farewell. We'll be back in 15 minutes? Okay. There he goes. He sure seemed happy about that illusion thing. Guys, he's trying to run. He's involved. I don't like this at all. Big illusion is always a spectacle to remember. Usually it involves cutting up things, or the Eiffel Tower, or anything really. So he was talking about what he saw in the concert. Landor's disappearing act. The prosecutor Gavin's exploding guitar. I wonder what he meant by being at the root of it all has happened. Well, it's about time. Shall we go? It is a magic trick we got ourselves in. Excuse me, sir. Yes? The scheduled starting time for the trial has been changed. The trial will not be commencing until 10:30. Sorry for the inconvenience. Huh? Did something happen? This is the first. It was by the judge's request. Some urgent personal business. It's coming back for us. I bet he stayed up too late last night watching courtroom dramas. Apparently he's visiting the hospital. I believe he was mentioned. Yes. Condition worsened. Uh-oh. That's right. Remember yesterday morning? The judge said he had to go visit him after the trial. There's an article about it in the newspaper, if you care to read about it for yourself. Incuritis. Judge's son has incuritis? I'll let you read that article for us, Apollo. Just leave the TV guide to me. Yeah, page to me. And allude the page for the funnies if you can. Oh, Apollo, still a kid. Courtroom number 3. My apologies for the delay. Court is now in session for the trial of, how do you say his name again? Machi Tabai. Our suspect Fortissimo. Right, it's his trial in any case. The defense is prepared, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready to rock. Is something wrong, Your Honor? No, well, yes. It's just, I've been friends with the Chief Justice since we were students. It pains me to see him going through such a difficult time. Incuritis, was it? That Edgar said there's no known cure! Hey, Judge, let me say, with all honesty, I feel your pain. Why? But now is not the time for tears. Now is the time for law. Indeed. We left off at quite the juncture yesterday. I asked Interpol about that number. IPXX 314206. The agent registered under that number was Romaine Lataus. Thanks for looking into that, Detective Crisson. It's a great help. Oh, no problem at all, Your Honor. I'll be heading now. Wait! That voice just now. It was him, I am sure of it. It was him? The voice I heard talking about Mr. Lataus. When I heard the gunshots fired. It was him. It was Mr. Darren. No way. Quite a sensational ending. Who would have thought Darren would guest star in the season cliffhanger as a suspect? I asked the prosecution to look into the matter. Please tell the court your findings. Darren Crescent is a member of my band, the Gaviners. He's also a detective, making the current charges serious indeed. Yet after investigation, I found no cause to alter our case or file new charges. And your reason is? Weren't you aware, Air Forehead? He has an impeccable alibi. An alibi? Let us review the facts again, shall we? The concert held on the night of the shooting was in 3 sets. The Gaviners ripped up the stage during the first set. For the second set, our guests took center stage. The only performers appearing were myself, Lemire, and Machi, along with a drummer and bassist for a total of 5. The shooting in the dressing room, however, took place during the 3rd set. Lamroar and the defendant, Machi Tabai, had left the stage at that point, and the Gaviners were already rocking. That was when 2 shots rang out at the scene of the crime. Shots heard by Detective Emma Skye, mind you. And Apollo, you heard them too, right? I sure did. Furthermore, Lamroar herself witnessed the moment of the crime. Well, perhaps I should say, she heard the moment of the crime. But she claims to have heard Mr. Lataus and Crescent talking. But that's impossible. Detective Crescent was... Precisely. Detective Crescent was on stage, getting his groove on, no less. Voila. A perfect alibi. Hey, wait a minute. I just thought of something. Hold on, let me play this again. Okay, that's his playing. This is what was playing during the 3rd act. Listen to that. I just had an idea. What if he was messing up his playing because he was talking on the receiver, on the headset? Yeah. Does the defense have anything to add to this? True, when I heard those gunshots, he must have been on stage. Still, there's something here that doesn't quite add up. I believe we can safely say that Darren Crescent's alibi has been acknowledged, which means that Lamroar was sadly mistaken. Her testimony cannot be true. Then then I see no evidence keeping us from declaring a verdict. If indeed there are no objections. Uh-oh, Apollo, if he declares a verdict now, but Prosecutor Gavin's case is airtight. Emma must have been lying to protect Machi. How can I rely on her testimony? Wait, what about yesterday in the detention center? About the case. What about the case? He wants to tell us about Mr. Latas's death? This meeting's over. Darren? Machi was trying to tell us something, I know it. Maybe the best thing to do is ask him. Under oath. Very well, the court finds the defendant. What was his name again? Objection! Your Honor! No, that wasn't it. It was something like Maki, Mr. Justice. Your Honor, before you declare a verdict, I would like to call another witness. Exactly who else do you need to hear from? A witness who, until now, has not been given a chance to speak in this court. Because he doesn't speak English. You don't mean... I do. The defense calls defendant Machi Tobai to the stand. What? But he doesn't speak English. We'll use an interpreter. Interpreter, I'm afraid you'll have to look elsewhere. I only speak a few phrases such as I love you and where's the toilet. The defense would like to request Lammeror as the interpreter. Lammeror? But there's a possibility she's protecting the defendant. But she'd be interpreting for the defendant. Why would she? This is most unusual. Bravo, Air Forehead. Hey, Judge, the prosecution agrees with the defense's request. If Lammeror lies, I'll be able to tell. Even my limited knowledge of the language should be enough for that. Well, if both prosecution and defense are for this, I can see little cause for refusal. Finally, some progress. Bailiff, show the defendant and Lammeror to the witness stand. I suppose there is a first time for everything. Shall we proceed? Your name to begin with, if you would, Lammeror. Yes. He says Machi Tobai, the defendant. This is certainly a first for the courtroom. Not that we really need an interpretation of that message in particular. So far, so good. Very well, Mr. Justice, if you would. Huh? If I would what, Your Honor? Would what? You called the defendant to your stand, did you not? What would you have him testify about? I hadn't thought of that far yet. Apollo! Are you going to ask him about what he was going to tell us yesterday? How can I if I don't know what he was saying? Excuse me a moment, if I might speak? Yes, Lammeror? Just now, Machi said there's something about which he wishes to testify. Machi wants to testify about something? What could it be? What sort of testimony is he talking about? One moment, please. Suspense is killing me. What? 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 Well, Lammeror, according to Machi, he has proof of his innocence. What? This is a surprise. Yahoo! Victory, Apollo! We did it! This is sounding too good to believe, and I know what that usually means. Well, if that's true, then this is vital testimony. Machi. He's testified to the court. Very well. Witness testimony, proof of innocence. He says that the word of Mr. Latas's death came as a great shock. But if the killing truly followed the lyrics of my song, that is, he could not have done it. He says that because the lyrics are in English, he does not understand them. I see. But never in so much detail, and he never asked. Has my repeated warning already fled that forehead? Lammeror might be protecting the witness. Well, anyway, let us proceed with the cross-examination. Mr. Justice, if you would. Yes, Your Honor. Written in that testimony, I know it. I just have to trust my bracelet to tell me where. It worked yesterday. It'll work today. Proof of innocence. But if the killing truly followed the lyrics of my song, That is, he could not have done it. He says that because the lyrics are in English, he does not understand them. We know he knows English. Machi.
Gotcha!
His eyes. Machi, you can't fool my eyes. You glanced toward her the very moment Lamroar said the word English. Why? And don't bother interpreting that. He understands me. Machi, tell the truth. You can understand English, can't you? What are you saying? Of course he can't. Must continue this charade? Mr. Justice Mirachi says this. I know the word English. Huh? Before coming to this country, he heard me speak English. He learned the name for this language, that is all. What? Give me a break. That's such an unusual word to understand? Do you not know Espanol? Yeah, but... I'm sorry, but he truly does not understand your language. Well, then explain this. How does he know the crime followed the lyrics? Have you always been such a suspicious-minded lad? It is simple, so simple it hardly requires an explanation. He read about it in the newspaper. The newspaper? The Virginian Daily Bugle. You can buy it in this country these days, you know? They've already begun to report about this case in our homeland. Right. What is wrong, Mr. Justice? Your eyes? They are quite fierce all of a sudden. Oh, she's lying. Maybe it's time I show them proof that he's lying. They didn't post it in the Borginian newspaper. I have here a Borginian newspaper, the Borginian Daily Bugle, as a matter of fact. Indeed, there is a feature article about the case. Could you read this for me, Machi? That's right. It doesn't mention the lyrics. What is this all about? I'm sorry, Machi. You couldn't have read the lyrics in the Borginian newspaper. What does this mean? Well, I don't see how it's possible. I know. He must have heard the lyrics when the police were doing their questioning. Yes. Not possible. The subjects of the lyrics were not brought up in police questioning. I read the full report myself. So, the lyrics weren't in the newspaper and the police didn't mention them. The only place you could have heard them was in this courtroom. In English, no less. The witness will explain himself. Machi says, yes? It is true I read the newspaper, but this is not where I learned of the lyrics. I was mistaken. Now I remember. Remember? He says he heard the lyrics from me. What? Is this true, Lamroar? Yes, I'm afraid I had forgotten it myself. And it looks like AFO has been jumping to conclusions again. It seems so, yes. Oh, no. It's onto something, I know it. I can't let this chance slip away. Time is an issue today, Mr. Justice. Are you finished with the cross-examination? What are you gonna do, Apollo? If I'm gonna keep on cross-examining, I better have an angle of attack. Or else. It's still reacting. Your Honor, please allow me to continue. If you must, you must. Very well. Witness? I understand. Ball. No, you didn't. She swallowed.
Gotcha!
Lamroar. I'm currently cross-examining Machi. Why should you be so uncertain? Me? Uncertain? Yes, you swallowed the very moment you told the court. It was I who explained. I see there is little point in trying to hide anything from you. Welcome back, Minnie. Lamroar, are you indeed protecting someone? That is not a question with a simple answer. To tell the truth, I do not believe it myself. Then allow me to answer for you. Lamroar, you're protecting Machi. You're protecting Machi. That's why you lied and told us you had explained how the crime followed the song. I don't fault you for trying to help, but this is not the way. Machi, I believe you didn't do it, really. I trust you. But you've lied to us twice, and now you have Lamroar lying on your behalf. If this is going to work, you have to trust me too. Your two lies cover a simple truth. You understand English. You have to. Got him. Witness, is this true? Do you understand English? Yes, a little only. What? First he could see, now he can talk. And you did not know about this, Lamroar? No, I did not. It is quite a surprise. How many secrets is Witness hiding? This is last. Machi, could you tell us what really happened? No shooting. I did no shooting. So you weren't in the dressing room when I heard those 2 gunshots, correct? Apparently the answer to that question isn't simple either. I was in dressing room, behind desk, manager, he on floor. Which would be after the shooting, right? Then there's voice. Voice? Or voices? Was it you and Emma, Apollo? So when Machi went into the dressing room, Mr. Lathouse had already been shot. And then we came to the door. Panel high up, I take off, run away, run away! So it was you who escaped to that air vent. As the prosecution had held all along, no less. The defendant has admitted to being at the scene. Might we take this as a confession? No, he's clearly denied that he did it. And no shooting. Manager on floor, already on floor. The victim had already been shot, you say? I find that hard to believe. The defendant understood the song lyrics. He was at the scene of the crime. This can only mean one thing. He is the shooter. Does the defendant have anything to say to this? He's clammed up, Apollo. Then let's ask Mr. Justice. Will you require any further testimony from the witness? Is that it? No, of course there is. This is Cocoon, anyway. The cocoon, the silk, is a potent cure. A cure? Well, Machi, are you a smuggler? Incuritis, information of the incure? That's true. He won't tell me. The cocoon has to have something to do with this. Machi, please, tell us the truth for your own sake. No, no more speak. No, not to any of you. So much for your precious trust, Air Forehead. Hey, you two were the only one who didn't believe him. Regardless, this brings us to an impasse. It does seem the defense and defendant are at odds. I doubt we are likely to learn anything more of value should this continue. I see no other course but to declare a 5-minute recess. The defense will work things out with the defendant, so we might proceed. Apollo Eustace. Apollo Eustace. That's justice. Better learn how to say it if you ever want to get some. Leave. I know shooting. Machi claims Lathouse was already down on the ground when he entered the room. Maybe it was a trap, and he walked right into it? Suddenly, I hear revolver. Close. Very close. Then, I hear voice. You heard gunshots? Yes, it's true. I hear revolver, but only sound. Wait, you're saying you went into the dressing room and found Mr. Lathouse already dead, and then you heard shots? That's true. So you were at the scene of the crime when you heard those shots, and you escaped through the air vent. I know. Huh? What do you know? I know if I open vent, I can leave stage and backstage. The vents went both to the stage and the backstage area? Is that what he means? Hey, he's right. Look, Paula. Yeah. But how did you know it was connected like that? Wait, I bet his father was the architect that designed the hall or something. I hear this from Magician. Magician? Don't look at me. A magician, huh? Well, at least we're clear on one thing. Machi didn't shoot Mr. Latous. We better get him from the thing. We're supposed to say he went into the room and find the body when we heard the shots? No, that's the one that's going over in Welland Court. Not.